Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. We're just here at the Marion Masjid. It's about 3 a.m. in the morning. And basically what we're here to do is we're here to get an insight into what Itikaf is. Itikaf is basically in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, where somebody goes into the confinement of the masjid and they stay there for 10 days, as was a practice of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. We also believe that in these last 10 nights was when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would revise the Quran with Angel Jibreel. And it's recorded that in his life, he would sleep inside the mosque for the last 10 nights. We're also here to see the special prayer at night, in the last third of the night, called Tahajjud. And we're going to get an insight into that as well. So without further ado, let's go check it out. Assalamu alaikum. Brother Yasin, how are you? Alhamdulillah, brother, alhamdulillah. So, you're here to do Itikaf?
Yes, Itakaf in the Marion Masjid, yes.
MashaAllah. Is your first time, is it?
This is my third night, alhamdulillah.
Third night, mashallah. So what's it all about? What does it mean to you, the Itikaf? What are you here for? What do you do? Just give us a bit of an insight into your experience.
So far in the masjid, we've learned to respect this house because this is the house of Allah, and we're here to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And how is your experience doing the Itikaf? What effect has it had on you, especially as a young person living in, in this society?
Yeah, it's had a pretty amazing experience for me. I've had to cut off, from this social networking and stuff. Really diving into Quran and talking to the brothers, really makes you feel like a brotherhood.
And how are you finding that? Because you mentioned that you had to really cut yourself off from the social world, no Facebook, no computer, and you're coming into the masjid and you're cutting the connections. So what effect has that had upon you? Do you find that you're drawing nearer to Allah, or?
I do think once you're in the masjid and once you're in this world, you do feel a lot closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it does give you a really good connection.
Okay, no worries. Thank you very much, Brother Yasin. Enjoy yourself, and inshallah, may Allah accept from you, inshallah.
Inshallah, thank you, Tawad.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. Salam, Shaheek. How are you, bro? How's things, all right?
How are you? Alhamdulillah.
So, Shaheek, you're going into the masjid now?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. So, Shaheek, tell us, how are you finding the experience of Itikaf? Because this is your third night?
Yes, this is my third night.
Okay, MashaAllah. And how are you finding it? What experience have you had?
Wallahi, to start with, subhanAllah, this is a sunnah of our Prophet. As we know, he used to do Itikaf. Alayhi salatu salam, he used to do Itikaf in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. And if I'm not mistaken, in the year he passed away, he did 20 nights. So that kind of emphasizes how important it is. And subhanAllah, when you do Itikaf with the brothers, some of these brothers, I haven't seen him in a while. And, we meet together, we read Quran together, Salah together. We have a little chat, we have food together. Yeah. SubhanAllah, it brings that brotherhood, that bond. It makes these boys think like, SubhanAllah, I should do more of this. I should come to the masjid more, read the Quran more. And on top of that, we got the Laylatul Qadr. So SubhanAllah, the brothers are praying in there, they're seeking it. And there's a Ramadan, they're fasting together. So it's like all strengthening the ummah, it's all coming together for the sake of Allah. And inshallah, by the end of it, when they go away, they'll still take something with them so that they benefit from it, inshallah.
And that's really what it is, isn't it? Because subhanAllah, these 10 days, you're cut off from everything, and it really just gives you that boost to continue throughout the year, doing that extra bit of good to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So have you found that, the start of these 10 days have really just put you into that productive cycle, if you may?
Wallahi, yes. Like for instance, I think over the last 2 or 3 days, I've hardly been on Facebook or WhatsApp or my messenger. All I've been doing is reading Quran with the boys, dhikr with the boys, salah with the boys. So yes, it does remove the dunya aspect from your mind. Like when you're in the masjid, you feel like, we should do more for the sake of Allah, more and more and more. And subhanAllah, we got some brothers in there, they're encouraging, going through the Quran, going through the hadith, going through the sunan, and they're like, they're creating that atmosphere where it's motivating you to do more. And you see others are doing. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You wanna beat that, you wanna top that. It's like a challenge, race. Like they say, it's a race to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who can do more? Allah, it's a beautiful feeling. Unless if you haven't experienced it, it's hard to quantify it in words, to be honest.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. You really provide a very good insight, and may Allah accept from you, inshallah, and allow you to continue these 10 days, inshallah, with ease. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair, brother. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Jad.
Assalam,
How are you?
Dawood.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. So Jad, you're here to do the itikaf?
Yes, inshallah.
MashaAllah. Jad, we just want to know, how have you found the experience of really cutting yourself off from the social media aspect of things, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, updating posts, and coming into the masjid and just really cutting off that connection and focusing on your connection with Allah? What effect has that had upon you?
Well, it really is a powerful effect because it's not something that many people experience. And for Muslims, it's not something that we experience often as well, because as you know, Ramadan only comes once a month. So when it comes to that time of Ramadan, you really got to focus on yourself and you got to drill down and you really got to pay attention to what you're doing with your time. And it just reminds you that in Ramadan, we've got to utilize our time. Like all the time we're supposed to utilize our time, but especially in the month of Ramadan, because it's the month of reward, and especially just we have to get closer to Allah. So especially in these last 10 nights of Ramadan, the Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do Itakaf in the Mosque of the Sahaba. So when we come to the masjid, we must strive to detach ourselves from the dunya. And for many of us, this is difficult because day by day we live by our phones. And I, for one, I can vouch, I'm one of those people also. But when you come to the masjid, it's just a different feeling. And when you're surrounded by brothers and the dhikr of Allah, you kind of feel shy to have your phone out when someone's mentioning the name of Rasulullah. So you tend to put your phone down. And I've seen some boys and myself, sometimes we occasionally sneak in the odd glance at our phone, but it's nothing like we do that in our normal day-to-day lives when it is in Ramadan, when we're not at the masjid. So yeah, in that we do kind of detach from that social media aspect.
And subhanAllah, obviously the goal of Ramadan is to really connect with Allah more and to try and draw nearer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you find that, especially in these last 10 nights, that the itikaf is helping you in achieving that goal, to break away from those bad habits and to really develop good ones in your life? Are you finding that that's helping a lot?
Well, it definitely does help a lot because when you have the constant remembrance of Allah, you kind of when you go to do something bad, you'd feel shy about it. And you have that weighing down upon you. And then at the same time, in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, you're trying to build up your hasanat, and you think to yourself, here I am trying to build up my hasanat, why am I going to be doing this haram at the same time? So at the same time, you're feeling shy about that again. So, and especially just being at the masjid and with the brothers and everyone, you just remember to just be fearful of Allah and be aware of your actions. So yeah.
SubhanAllah. Jazakallah khair, Brother Jad. Well, inshallah, may Allah accept your itikaf, and jazakallah khair for the interview, and inshallah, may Allah help you and be with you, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair, Dawood. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, so we're just in the masjid. It's about 3:30, and as you can see, the tahajjud prayer is happening at the moment, and subhanAllah, this is a very, very beautiful sight. It's a moment where everybody's asleep yet those that love Allah are awake and worshipping Him. And this is really the crux of itikaf, because everybody, they wake up, they get out of their comfort zone, and they stand up to worship Allah and to ask of Him. So really it's an amazing feeling to witness this. And also this is one of the practices of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He used to stand up during the middle of the night and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So really it's something that is really amazing, subhanallah, just to see this, to witness this sight, especially in the masjid.
ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين الله أكبر.
So now we've just finished the tahajjud prayers. It's about 4:30 in the morning. And basically what's happening now is everybody's coming to eat suhoor. Suhoor is the pre-dawn meal that we take before we fast. And really it's an amazing atmosphere. People are bringing food. We've just finished the tahajjud prayers. They're sitting down, they're eating. And mashallah, it's a very, very amazing feeling, subhanallah.